Thank you.
Welcome everyone to this month's Super Saturday at the Carrollton Library, this nice facility. As we're starting to wind down the year, we've got a great presentation by Lawrence Jenkins, our esteemed president. He is going to combine his AISIG with the main presentation and talk to us about some apps and some technology that has helped him in his daily work routine. Sounds really interesting, so I'll turn it over to Lawrence.
Hello, everybody. So, what I would like to say is I'm going to share my screen, but before I do that, I want to kind of set the stage. First thing is I have volunteered for a nonprofit organization that wants me to do video editing so that I can put it up on YouTube. I have some stuff already there. And one of the things I bought many years ago was Final Cut Pro. And the amazing thing, one of the amazing few things in the world is Apple has not went to subscription on that particular software that runs on the Mac. And number two, they've updated it every time that it needed to be updated for free. So I'm up to Final Cut Pro 11, and I am going over an extensive course on how to use it. Okay, that being said, there's two things that I had to update. One was a camera, that web camera. And the web camera that I picked was Osbot, and it is a camera that interfaces with another product that I bought, which is called Elgato Stream Deck, which allows you to stream different things on your. The nice thing about it is that Final Cut Pro has about 300 shortcuts. And what I can do with the Elgato is put those buttons on there, and we'll talk about that and you'll see how it works. Of course, you got to know what those shortcuts do, so that's why I'm learning a lot of stuff, but that's one of the things that the streamer does. I won't be able to do the demo on the Elgato streamer because of the fact it took to my computer, and if you brought it over here, it wouldn't work with the software, but I do have a video kind of explaining it. The other thing that I have is the 4K camera. This camera does a lot of things, including it does 4K and so forth, and we'll go over that right in also. Now, I have to make something clear. We talked about it. There is a company called 360, and I have several cameras from 360, and they have one. I really think that the 360 is a tad bit better because you get tad bit more function, but it's costs more. Now, I bought this, and for about 4 days, Amazon dropped the 360 web camera down to the same price as Osbot. The problem was, by the time I made up my mind, it went back up. So I decided not to. The other thing is the 360 does not work with the Stream Deck, and we'll talk about that. So let me do one thing right now. I hope I don't get rid of me. All right, let's see. Let me do this. I want to share my screen. Okay, so I will share it maybe. Is this the screen? Entire screen. Share. Okay. And forgive me because my, really, because my, son's computer is quite slow that I got, and it is, unfortunately, that's what happens when it's free. Let's see if I can do anything. Come on.
So I see the Osmo is 524 and the 360 is 599. They're pretty close in price.
No. I got the one that's, I'll tell you the price. I got the Osbot Teeny 2 Lite.
You went cheap?
No, I was frugal. Excuse me. All right. So this is the Osbot Tiny 2 Lite. It is a 4K. Okay. It is on a Smartcam. One of the things that it can do is that it's on a gimbal that allows it to follow me, and I'll demonstrate that, and do all the things that needs to be done in a conference or that type of thing. Again, it is excellent for several things. One of the things, the reason why I got this one is because of the fact that when I had a Zoom conference with my old one, it was like a 720, and it did not follow my face. And also when my wife was when we were doing a Zoom conference with our friends, she'd have to snuggle up close to get in which I didn't mind, but it was a pain. So with this one, it does a lot of things. It allows you to do group photos, which will put everybody in the frame. And without smuggling up. And one nice thing about it, as soon as the person walks out the room and not in there, it will constantly focus on that particular person. It's good for all kind of things. Let me go back there. It's good for education, professionals. And again, there is an Osborne Tiny 2 without the light that is comparable to the 360. Let me go, right, okay. Again, like I said, it's 4K resolution. You get up to 3080/40 to 2160 with 30 frames per second. It also has AI track. And I know this is supposed to be AI SIG, but these days, I don't think there's any. I think toilets have AI built into them these days. Everything has AI built into it. So it seems like anything I demo or talk about will have AI. The other thing is that it has hand gestures. I can use my hand gestures to actually do different things with it. Now, the other thing that makes it really nice, especially if you go with the Tiny 2 and not the Lite, is that you can tell it that you want to use a whiteboard, and it gives you these tags that you put on the whiteboard that will allow you to focus on that when you're doing a conversation and everything, okay? And so when you write on it, it'll be like right now you're watching my keynote. Instead of seeing the keynote like this, you would see the whiteboard like this. So that's really nice. Gesture control, zooming, I can zoom in, zoom out. It's omnidirectional. It will follow me no matter where I'm going once I tell it to. And it does tilt and pan. These are all the specs for it. The one nice thing about it, all the new webcams at 4K, most of them use half-inch Cosmos sensors, so that's nice. Aperture is 1.8, diameter, the size, it has a 1:8 zoom, digital zoom. And the nice part about it is it uses USB-C to transfer. It works with Windows and it works with Macs, and that's the weight. So it has some really great software that comes with it, and that's what I'm going to demo, the software. It's really great. But on this, and it'll show you that it'll allow you to take each part of the body. It will home in on that one. Let's say that you're doing exercises and putting on an exercise class. It will show your body doing those exercise classes. If you're doing a conference, it'll do sleep. Now here's something else that's really nice that you won't be able to see. But if you notice that the lens right there is facing me, and I was like, my other one, you used to push a little button and it would close the lens so nobody could see you when you're not using it. What this will do is that when it's not in use, it will face downward automatically, so you know that it's not looking at you.
Well, see, that's why I like my camera over here. It's always looking at you.
Yeah.
There's no direction, it's not looking at you.
Yeah. There's remote control for teaching. There's live streaming and for games and so forth. The normal things that you would use with a webcam. And in summary, I think it's very great price. It only costs $145.
Holy.
And it comes with the software. There's no subscription, so that's all you pay is $145. I'm sure if they could have figured out how to get a subscription, they would have. And I think it's for professionals, volunteers alike, like me, and that's it.
Who do you teach? You just don't pick your audience on YouTube. You just teach.
No. I'm talking about me. I'm talking about I'm learning how to use Final Cut Pro.
Oh, you're not going to teach that?
No.
Teaching something else?
No, I'm volunteering. No teaching. I'm volunteering to put videos up on YouTube for a nonprofit that when they do conferences and seminars, I record it, edit it, and then put it up on internet.
Do the 360 things read right into Final Cut?
360. 360 does everything this does.
Yeah, but does Final Cut read a 360 file?
Oh, yes.
Or import a 360?
Are you trying to say the 360 type file?
Format, yeah.
Format, yes.
Okay,
Yes. But that's off the question. Don't ask any more questions off the. No, I'm just kidding. No, it does. It does. It does.
You only
do
get
that.
3.
Yeah.
Uno, dos, tres.
Strike one.
No, it really does. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to let somebody talk about this a little bit. See if I did this right.
Is that the camera you're on?
Yes.
Oh, it is.
I just want to make mention that I have the competitor, and it has basically the same features.
Okay.
What if I told you that for a
He
fraction
said
of the
he has
cost,
the
you get
competitor,
the exact same features in a smaller
which
package
is-
for your webcam.
They both, the tiny
This is the Osbot Tiny 2 Lite,
2
and it is an AI
is
powerhouse of a webcam.
really the competitor
With a
for
2-axis gimbal,
the,
a half-inch CMOS sensor,
the
48
360, and
megapixels,
they're
a focal
comparable.
length of 26 millimeters, an
When you
aperture
hear
of
this-
1.8, and HDR support. There is a lot to uncover in this little guy. Along with automatic AI tracking, hand gesture control, and the ability to go up as high as 4K at 30 frames per second. It is an awesome little package. Now, before we get into things, I want to say that Osbot did send me this to do a review on. However, everything in the video is that of my own opinion. When I first seen Osbot come onto the scene in 2019 with the Obs Tail, I remember being blown away on the features that they have built into their cameras. However, I always had the perception that something like this would cost you an arm and a leg. But due to advancements in technology, the ability to buy a camera with this many features on it will
Do you hear
only
that?
set
Can you guys hear that?
I see a thumbs up.
Yeah.
you
Loud
back
and clear.
£150. And if you do decide to get one, this is what you'll receive. Inside the box, you'll get the Tiny 2 Lite, a USB-C to USB-C cable with an adapter for Type A, which is very handy for those older motherboards or laptops, and a set of instructions for the webcam itself. Setting up the camera couldn't have been any easier. You'll need to download the Osbot Center software from their website first, which is a simple process. After this, using the simple mount on the bottom of the camera, you can clip it to the top of your monitor and plug it in. I was very pleased too with the fact it automatically updated the firmware for the camera without having me to check for myself. So before we get into the software side of things, let's just address the elephant in the room. Does the AI tracking actually work? And the answer is yes. Oh my God, yes, does it work? I was absolutely blown away with the fact that the camera just followed me anywhere within my studio, and I tried to lose it a couple of times, and if you move very fast, you kind of get there, but apart from that, it was never an issue. Using the hand gestures too came in very handy for the automatic zooming in and out when needed. Now, a little issue is the fact that since the gimbal is only on 2 axes and not 3, on a curved monitor, when you start going around to the edges, you might noticing some tilting on your image. However, you could easily pass this by getting a clamp-on tripod or a clamp-on stand for your desk, allowing you to have it completely level at all times. And the quality of the image I could not get over. It was not grainy in any respect to low light settings, and the white balance and exposure out of the pocket was just almost perfect straight away. But as with most webcams, I was a little bit let down with the microphone. But let's face it, if you're using it in a professional scenario, you're probably going to have your own microphone set up. But here's a little example of what it does sound like. This is me testing out the Osbot, the Tiny 2 Lite microphone internally here.
Okay, I'm gonna stop now. Did you freeze?
Well, but I'm seeing it right here.
I know. So how old is that computer you're running the video on?
It's Intel. It's very old.
Right, so
It's working great here.
it
Why
would
it's
probably work good on this one too.
No, I'm getting
It's
ready.
working terrible on yours.
Because it's feeding the video from his, through mine.
Right. I have to excuse you because my wife would not allow me to buy another computer. So it was like, that ain't happening. If they don't like what you're doing, too bad.
Pans to the Apple Card.
Do you want me to run the video through my computer and just show it?
Well, that's all I'm gonna do anyway right now.
Okay.
Okay, so we're going to go, what I'm gonna do now is actually go show the software. Can you guys see that? Yes, now. Okay, now this is the interface for the software. And it's pretty complex. Oh, by the way, the other reason why this Osbot is so wonderful is that they have a professional version of this software, Osbot, that the professionals use. And so they were doing this way before 360 was doing it. So that's why I kind of picked this one, and it was cheaper, keep that in mind, but then frugal. But that's one of the reasons why. Now, so let's go over some of the things that you do. If I click on the camera here, what it does is gives me a screen that actually lets me see what's going on, right? Again, I'm not in 4K, so let's
That is
start
behind.
talking.
Yeah, this is much better than
It's
that.
not in 4K.
Watch it.
If I bring it up and download this, I don't know why I don't have my mouse. It'd be a lot easier. Hang on, let me get my mouse.
Are you running OS 26? Tahoe?
Okay, let me get my
Wait
mouse.
for that one.
Me too.
I didn't have that luxury.
You're on beta.
I was beta, and then I wiped this and reinstalled the non-beta.
Okay.
I
All
realized
right, if you
none of my stuff
notice
was on
right
it.
here on this, is that right here we have the ability to adjust the resolution of the camera. And if you notice, there's 4K, there's 1080p, all the way down to a very low resolution, 7P. So that really makes it really nice to be able to adjust it. And they will warn you, do not use 4K. So I won't be using 4K today, because if you use 4K on a machine that's not very good, it won't work very well, okay? Also, these are all the hotkeys that you can use. And if you notice that you can change any of the hotkeys to do whatever you want it to be. Let's say you're used to using certain keys and you don't want this to, then you can change them. The general setup, this is, I don't know what OSC means. People who are smarter than me and are into it a little bit more know. You also have the ability to view the tutorial. There's hotkeys, global hotkeys we were talking about that you can use. Also, there's a pro, and right now I'm on the pro verb mode of this, and it has a lot more menu options versus the light, okay? And I'm not gonna do a lot of changing, because when you do changing, it sometimes takes forever on this machine. Okay, so that's that. Again, if you bring this back up, those are the things you could do. It also allows you to record any sessions, and it allows you to put it in different, what's wrong? Is it
It's just delayed a little bit.
is it delayed on everybody else, or is it just Richards?
Well, before mine was doing fine, and his
And
was
you-
slow, now both of them.
Now
are
you're
slow.
sitting next to me, so you got the disease.
They're also a virtual camera, so you can have multiple cameras to do virtual. I haven't got that to work yet. And also, there is, where would you like to, when you do the recording, where would you like to put the video clip? And also you have the mic. I'm not using this mic, thank goodness, but you can use the mic, and these are all of the, you can use the tiny tip mic, you can use audio mix, you can use multiple, you can even use your iPhone mic. So let's say, which is nice, so let's say if I decided to use the iPhone, because it's closer to me as my microphone, because I don't have one, you can do that. That's pretty slick. All right. Now, again, this is how you record. This here is it's the virtual camera, which I can't use. And then what's also kind of nice, and we won't go on to this yet, is there is the ability to do different things for your face. For instance, if you're a lady, you may want
I
to,
was about to say, I love how, is this toolbar called Beauty?
yes, it's
It is, okay.
called
Make sure I read that right. The Beauty toolbar.
the beauty toolbar, and it allows you to change your
Lawrence,
tone,
look, AC.
smooth everything out, and you can do natural class.
Does
And,
it
then,
add an
and if you
afro in?
notice when you put it on classic, and you look at my lips, they're red, more reddish, because of the fact that it looks like I got lipstick on. And then if you go to men, then it goes a little bit, but it also gives you the ability. Did it go away? Okay, there it is. It gives you the ability to, now this is something I didn't know. It actually snapped to the group, to this. But if you go down, yeah, it is slow.
Like a genie.
Come on, we're getting 2 frames a second. 4 frames a second.
Okay, so now if you come up here, No, I have a studio at home,
Yeah.
which is nice, but
Let's not give art to.
I can't bring a studio here.
Why not?
You could.
I could, I just have to have yeah, I could. The next thing is you can do things
See
to
a
your
mobile
face.
monitor.
You can narrow your face down, which I really like because I got a fat face, so I can narrow it down,
There you go.
and it narrows it down.
Yeah, he's looking skinny now.
Yeah.
Good looking guy you are.
Also, what you can do is you can actually do different filterings for the film, and it also allows you to basically, and I can't do this yet, retouch. Let's go here. Let's go here. Let's go here. I don't know.
Don't have an answer for that.
It must be, yes, yours, not mine. All right, so one of the things that you can do, and I haven't been able to do it right now, it's stuck for some reason, but you can change the eyes on this.
So what, you can make purple eyes or something?
If you go to makeup and you go to eyes, you can make them hazel, you can make them smoky, you can make them look like cat eyes if you want to
Come
there.
on, do it, I wanna see.
I can't.
Let's see, that didn't do much. What about this one?
Oh, lighter.
Come on. Oh, I know what I have to do to make it happen. Well, then, okay, I did it that way. Well, this must not. It works a lot better on my computer because it's
Yeah.
it's not an Intel. It's but you have all of these functions. Let's see the one that let's try this one. Let's see this one. Let's make contacts. Let's do this. Let's put contacts on there and see if it changes.
Yeah.
There's my eyes.
See the difference there?
Lawrence has blue eyes now.
Okay, so that's how you can do that.
Then he's got eyeliner on.
Yep, sure enough. So you can make changes to it, and therefore, so let's go down and talk about the heart of this thing, the tracking. Now you have the ability to do normal tracking, and it will follow me. If you notice, maybe. Let's do normal tracking. There you go. Now it'll follow me. If I get up, it follows me up. If I go to the right, if I don't fall, it goes and follows me to the right. If I go to the left, it follows me to the left. And if I go down, back to the seat, it follows me back to the seat. Believe it didn't lose me.
There you go.
Okay. You have the ability to do upper body. So if I hit this, it gives you the upper body. All right. It also gives you close up. It also gives you lower body, and that's if you're doing some kind of exercise and everything, it gets your low body.
Oh.
You can also set zones. But here's something else that's really cool. Here I am working this. I can hit the screen. Come on, screen. I can hit the screen and I can move it by using the tool that's on the screen.
There he is.
It is so much better when you have it's so much better when you have a computer that's faster, because this is butter smooth at home. Okay, so I just want to let you know this computer is at least 6 years old or something.
Wow,
So
Lawrence.
I know, but
Buy a new one right away.
yes, I do.
Tell your wife.
Yes.
Waiting for those M5s.
Okay, go ahead. What were you saying?
I have a question.
Yes.
What's the difference between those?
One, I don't know. What are we looking at?
Osbot Tiny 2 webcam and Osbot Tiny 2 Lite. One's $159 and one's $299.
The $299 does everything I told you about the keyboard. I mean, the when you do the whiteboard. It does the whiteboard. It also allows you to see what's on your desk. The one that's more, it allows you to see what's on your desk. It also allows you to do some other things. I think it even tilts this way to go sideways. I think that's it. So there's a lot more functionality on that particular one. But if I had a choice between that one and the 360, I would get the 360 because the 360 has those features for $200.
Oh, thank you.
Strictly a price cut information. So as we go down, you notice that it also has some presets. I have up to 3 presets to set for this in order for it to do certain things. If I wanted to, at home, I have the one of them, this one here clicked, that will allow to do multiple people, okay? So for instance, I got it to set, and it's perfectly set, where I can see multiple
that
people
eyeliner stuff.
at the same time. Yeah, I still have the eyeliner on. I didn't even notice I had that. So then, then also you can go back to where it was before. Again, I have it set. This is just out of the box how it was set. So, excuse me, the one also there. So that's it. I have the ability to do wide tracking, medium tracking on the lens, and narrow. I can narrow in. So it comes in higher in. On that, I've got that. Imaging. I have the ability to do HDR, okay? I can take that off and you'll kind of see what happens there. Okay, if I put it back on. Now keep in mind, this room is not totally, but dark. I'm in a dark room here. And I think that's pretty good for a 6-year-old computer in a room that's very dim, and it's doing this. My office is very well lit when I have it open up. It also allows you to focus on globally, everybody in the room, or on your particular face or your body. That you can also talk about auto exposure. You can change the exposure on the camera. You also can deal with flicker, and you can actually do 50 or 60. Temperature, contrast, saturation, all the things that you should be used to doing on your normal camera that you take pictures with, or on your iPhone, which now your iPhone has many things as a camera. Now, here are some hand gestures. For instance, if I don't know, we got to see if this works on this. It works at home, but anyway. So, if I do hand gestures, you should be able to.
You're going out of, can't see you now.
I know, I'm trying to get the hand gestures to work. Okay.
Too close.
Fail.
It failed already. But hang on. Let me go back
Does it do
here.
analysis so it can figure what fingers you use?
Probably just too dark.
Wow.
Yeah, it's probably too dark in here. But yeah, I'm thanking you. Because it works at home. But when I hold my hand up, now it fixes it out. Now what I can do with my hand is I should be able to go out like this. And this is where I think it's not going to work, because it's like, yeah, and it won't work. Because I think you're right, it's too dark, because it works really good at the house. But you have different hand gestures. One hand gesture is to start it to track or take it off from tracking. And if I put this up, it says it's tracking. Now, if I get up, I got up too fast. He lost me.
Yep.
Losing you.
Now it finds me. Again, it may be because it's so dark in here. But I'm impressed on how light the screen is. You can even tell my cat eyelashes are in here.
Yeah.
There you go there. So for, again, the price of it is only $145, or you can go with the X, and I will tell you about this. One of the good things about this is I can control this camera from my streaming, my Elgato streamer, which is because they have a professional version that also you can use with your streamer, and I'll talk about that next. Does anybody have any questions?
Looks pretty cool.
Lawrence, I think you can actually control the camera with your phone also.
Yes, yes, you can. Yes, you can. You can also, yeah, yes, you can. So I'll head on out of here. And that was a mistake because now you don't see me anymore. Oh, I like that. I'll be back soon. Well, that was kind of cool. Did you see that? I'll come back soon. So anyway, I guess I can't do that because of the fact you won't be able to see this. The next thing I want to show you is, let me get this out of the way. I want to show you is I want to bring up my streamer. Well, that's not it. I thought I hit it. There we go. You know, FYI, something I didn't realize is that this desktop is paired with my desktop at home. So these files are actually on my desktop at home. So I didn't know this, maybe because I should have, but I didn't know that if you put your desktop in the cloud, it will actually show your desktop of your computers. It's global. Any computer that you're on, that you're logged into, that you'll see the desktop.
Same with your documents.
Yes, of course, I was scared that's the problem when you do something before. When they came out with that and I wonder where my desktop went, I said, oh, you're out. Now that I've kind of got more into it and braver years later, I think it's pretty cool. Okay, Elgato. This streamer is relatively, they come in several sizes. They come in four buttons, 15 buttons, and I think 32 buttons.
Are you still sharing?
Streamer's not
Yeah.
a camera?
I am sharing.
It's not like.
I see it.
Is this an alternative?
You don't see it. Everybody,
I see it, look.
Yeah, I think everybody else sees it.
Richard.
Yeah, I see it.
Yeah, you're the only one that don't
I'm
see
the
it.
only one, okay.
What's wrong with your computer, Richard?
Yeah, Richard. Mine's 6 years old. It may be slow, but it shows you the right stuff.
I'm hitting buttons over here when I probably shouldn't be.
If it all goes away here in a second, we'll know Richard hit the wrong button.
There, we're up at the top there, I guess.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yep. Okay, so when this first came out, it was strictly for streamers. 5 years, 6 years later, down the road, it's for everything. You can hook it to everything, those buttons. Each of those buttons are basically little screens. So you have the ability to change those screens to whatever you want them to be, the buttons to show. And it's allowed to be animated. I think they're 300 by 300 pixels. And it allows you to be whatever you want it to be. And it will also do animation. So that's one of the nice things. The other thing is it works with all of the things. So if you automated your office, and you have like a huge Philip light bulbs or whatever, like I have in my house, I can hit a button and it will cut the lights on in my office or dim them in my office for me to do studio work. You can change microphones from one microphone to the other microphone. You can change outputs from the other one output to the other output. You can actually bring up programs so I can push a button and bring up a program. When I'm Zooming, one of the things I never, ever can remember is how to make thumbs up in Zoom or clapping in Zoom. I got a button for that now. I just hit the button and it claps, shows clapping. Hit a button, it gives a thumbs up. So I don't have to remember all of these things, and I have one for Zoom, and I also have one for Teams. All right. Again, this one that I bought this one. They said that this was probably the sweet spot because you don't have to have so many screens, and there's 15 of these. It's customizable with 15 LED keys. It's designed to stream, and you can create productivity. Am I on time? I'm all right.
I see 24. Am I counting wrong?
Where do you see 24?
Is that probably the XL version?
The XL version is 24.
Okay, well, I was about to say, but I count 4 by 8.
Yeah,
Math ain't mathin'.
there's several. There's a 15 programmable LED, but you can get to 24.
32.
And I thought it was 32, but it's 24. Good. And what happens is you don't have to flip through as many screens. Keep in mind, these are screens that can be infinite. So with Final Cut Pro, there is 300 keystrokes. So hotkeys. Mm-hmm. So you couldn't put 300 of these. So what happens is I bought this thing, which it was $15 for the keys or something. I had a special going on, and it's $15 for the keys. So they broke it up, and you can do this manually. I didn't have to do this, but of course you got to know what you're doing. You got to know Final Cut Pro to figure out all the keys to program it, right? But what it allows you to do is it will broke them up into editing, importing, and so forth and so on. And so each of those, you hit a button, it'll give you a screen of the hotkeys for that particular functions. And then that may have 1 or 2 pages that says page 1, page 2, page 3. So it's the amount of programming you can do is only by your imagination. All right.
Like audio guys use mixers and they put together sounds. This is like a picture mixer.
Right. It's like right. And it really saves you time. It really saves you to remember all the functions and you can build multiple functions within a key. So like you may want to say, when I hit this key, I want to turn on the lights. I want to turn off the lights, dim the lights. I want to turn the light on that is in my, that's in front of me, that highlights my face because I'm getting ready to do a presentation, and I want to turn on these particular mics. You hit a button and it'll do all of those at one time, and so therefore you can have it control multiple things.
So you have lighting all set up at your place? You have circular lighting to go around your Osbot?
I have it. I bought it years ago, and it's been in the box ever since.
Oh, Lord.
It was like $8 or something, and I couldn't pass it up, and I bought it, and it works, I guess. It's just I haven't used it. These are all the things that it also works with. It works with OBS Studio, okay? It works with Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, Discord, Spotify. So all of those things that I can download, because these things are usually free buttons that somebody else has programmed or Elgato programmed for me, okay? So they give you some free stuff to get you started. You also can buy some of them from other people that's already did the work to set up all this for you. So that's pretty cool.
What about AI integration?
AI integration. Again, if you know the keystrokes for AI integration, it will do this. Now, AI integration as far as making things better on this, I haven't seen anything that really it jumps out at me if I can remember correctly. You can switch scenes. Again, you can mute your mic. Those are the things. It works in a workflow for getting you primarily for your editing or your mixing of and things like this. Okay? You got drag and drop type interface, which is really nice. You have all kind of icons. You can even make your own icons if you want to put on those screens, which is nice. It saves time, of course, because if you can do 4 or 5 functions with one hit. It really is nice. That's the price of that one. There's one that's a $90, $99 or $59. I don't remember which is the 4 thing. There's one that also has 4 buttons, and then there has one that has 15, and then they have one now that has like 4 or 5 buttons, but some levers to control different things. These are the places you can buy it. You can buy it at their Elgato website, Amazon, of course, and BH Photo in New York. All right, demo. Let's see if I hit this and demo comes up. And let me get to the speakers. Hopefully it doesn't kill it with the lag. Come on. Come on. Skip.
Go ahead, A, just skip.
I did. I'm impressed that we made it this far with this computer.
This is the Elgato Stream Deck, and it is hands down the best accessory you can buy. The possibilities are only limited by your creativity. So let's check this thing out, give you some thoughts or ideas on how you could use this, and how you can even get a Stream Deck for free. Hey there, macro lover, it's Brian from Accessify, and on this channel, we do unboxings, reviews, and much more of accessories for your tech. So if any of that interests you, you know what to do. So back in 2017, Elgato created the Stream Deck, and it was originally targeted for streamers to automate basic tasks for controlling their streams. But now it's 2023, and it has become so much more than we ever thought. Now we want to use it to improve your workflow like it did for me. Now, there are 5 models of the Stream Deck that you could buy right now. There's the Stream Deck Mini, the Mark II, the XL, the foot pedal, and the newer Plus with a bunch of buttons, a nice little touchscreen, and 4 rotatable knobs. But today, we are going to talk about the version that I have, which is the 15-key Mark II, which I think is the best of size and function. Now, it comes in 2 colors, which are black or white, and you even have replaceable faceplates, so you can personalize your Stream Deck to your liking. From what I understand, the Mark II is actually the only model in the whole lineup that has these faceplates that you could swap out. I don't even think the Mini or even the XL have this option. So if you really want customization, the Mark II is where it's at. The Stream Deck comes in an all-plastic finish with a decently big rubber anti-slip surface at the bottom. Now, build quality feels very good, and I have no complaints here. At the bottom, you will find the USB-C port that's used to provide power and data to your Stream Deck. So, yep, no external power bricks here. Thank goodness. Included also is a stand to change the angle of your Stream Deck if you choose. And unfortunately, with the Mark II, you only get 2 angles to choose from, which kind of stinks, since the Mark I had a stand which allowed you to have multiple angles to choose from. Each LCD screen has a resolution of 72 by 72 pixels, but the XL version actually has 96 by 96. I'm not sure why there's a higher resolution in the XL model. If you know, let me know in the comments below. But kind of wish I saw that in the Mini and the Mark II models. I think that would be really cool to see. To configure your Stream Deck, you will need to download Elgato's Stream Deck software on your computer and then have it run in the background. But once that's done, you can now start configuring your Stream Deck to your liking. But what are some of the things that we can do with this? Well, honestly, you can make it as simple or as complex as you want it to be, and that's the beauty of it. But to unlock more functionality, you can use the Stream Deck plugin store built into the software to add on different plugins to interact with different hardware and software. So let's talk about just some of the ways that you can use this for yourself. The first way you can use this is for creating macros for photo or video editing. Now for me, I do video for a living and I use DaVinci Resolve as my editing software, and I've been slowly creating buttons on my Stream Deck for my most used keyboard keys to have quick and easy editing. I just use the keyboard customization settings in Resolve and then assign a hotkey button to whatever I need. For example, let's say cutting a video clip in a timeline. You can also use this same method for Adobe Lightroom. Just use hotkeys to make small or big changes to your photos, or even use a button to quickly add a LUT to your photo for faster editing. The second way you can use this is as a software engineer. Now, I know nothing about coding, but just in the Stream Deck store alone are ways for you to interact with Microsoft Visual Studio Code, Apple's Xcode, Unity Engine, and even JetBrains IDE. So maybe you want some simple debugging actions, starting or stopping your code, whatever it may be, that's a possibility. Third way you can use this is to control your smart home. And with Home Assistant being the best smart home software, this is a no-brainer. You can control lights, turn on smart plugs, and honestly, if you can control something on Home Assistant, you can control it on your Stream Deck. Now, HomeBridge is here too as well for people that may have HomeKit-focused smart homes like myself, so I'm glad to see this as a secondary option. Fourth way I could see using this, if you do a lot of business work, if your business uses Zoom or Microsoft Teams often, you can have a plugin called Mute Deck, which then you can control your webcam, turning it on and off, mute your microphone, leave a meeting, whatever you want. There are also plugins to control Microsoft PowerPoint and Apple Keynote if you do a lot of presentations, update your Slack status, and if you use iCal, you can even have your deck display how long until your next meeting. Finally, this is the best third-party application you can get, and it's called Companion. Now, this allows you to control a massive list of hardware and software and how it all communicates together to create literally the ultimate workflow. I mean, check this out. This Stream Deck controls an ATEM video switcher from Blackmagic. And these Stream Decks are working together to fire ProPresenter slides and give useful information on how long videos have before ending for someone controlling a live stream. Your Stream Deck can control a whole audio mixing console. What? There are some things you will need to do to set this up, but I'll leave the BitFocus companion website in the video description below for instructions on how to set this up. But you don't even need a Stream Deck to actually make that stuff work. If you can access a web page, you can use Companion. Now, like I mentioned in the beginning, do you want a Stream Deck for free? Well, we're going to be using the application from Elgato called Stream Deck Mobile. And as of June 27, 2023, Stream Deck Mobile gives you 6 Stream Deck buttons completely for free. That's having a Stream Deck Mini for free, heck, even with full wire.
Okay. Cut that short.
So,
But-
for a modern tech guy, he's got a cassette on his t-shirt.
Yeah.
Yep.
So that's some of the things that that you could do. But one more, and as they used to say, one more thing. Richard even asked me that, and he goes, "Well, that sounds good, but I got a laptop. Why? What can I do with my laptop?" Well, Elgato has the same software on your laptop that you can program, so you can take it with you and control your editing right on your software. I think I still got it. Elgato. There it is. Right here. So here's the Stream Deck. Not now. I can't connect. Come on. It's connected to my, well, I thought I could do it, but I can't do it now. I thought I could do it. No, it's connected to my home computer because I got it on my home computer. But anyway, if I was connected, but what happens is it will allow you to, it will allow you to do the stream that on your phone up to as many keys as you want on your laptop.
More than 15.
Oh, well, yes, but yes, but it's just like the one on your computer that would allow you to do as many. So you really don't even have to buy the Elgato for your home one. You could also use your your button. You buy the software, you buy it, and then you can put it on your iPad, on your iPhone or your iPad. I think they just made it so now you can even use it on your iPad. The problem is if you have it on your phone and you're busy working and Taylor calls you, now you just interrupted your stream. So
The iPad seems natural for
the
that.
iPad would be better, it's bigger and so forth. So those are the things that I have come up with as of today and the excuse I used was I had to do video for the group. I'm sure I could have did Final Cut Pro without the streaming, and I could have also did videos or camera work with an old billion-year-old camera that doesn't do very good, but I decided to go ahead and spend the money. Any questions on anything that I've talked about today?
Pretty cool.
Well, I appreciate it. I'm gonna give it back to
All right.
a better computer.
I remember Elgato for long ago, what did they do long ago? Did they do some of the Radio Shack?
Elgato's been actually around for quite a while. They made a lot of different video accessories, external video cards, capture cards. Was their kind of bread and butter before the Stream Deck.
TV streaming too.
TV streaming quite as well, green screens. So if you did anything with video and with Mac, you probably are pretty familiar with Elgato because they just have been around for quite a while. Speaking of Stream Decks, we actually within my company we send Stream Decks out on a lot of our shows. A lot of our video engineers use it, like the video show with the Blackmagic video server, and they use it with a lot of the cameras. A lot of times what they'll do is especially with the cameras, there are like certain points like on stage where they know the speaker or the person who's presenting is going to be kind of like different spots on stage. So they'll pre-program the cameras to automatically go to those points on the stage. So when a speaker changes to point A or point B on the stage, the camera will then just automatically move and do all the things it needs to do for whatever they're doing, as well as now if the speaker goes rogue and starts roaming around the stage, then you're back to manually controlling the camera. But that never happens. And they do use it quite a lot with a lot of the playback software, definitely presentation software. So we actually end up sending at least one of those Elgatos, if not more, to each show just about that goes out. Yeah, cool. They're very, very versatile pieces of equipment. And it kind of reminds me of what Apple was trying to do with the Touch Bar. You guys remember the Touch Bar?
Yes.
The Touch Bar was supposed to be kind of like you could customize it and do different things with it, and it's just right there on the Mac. And then it's like no one wanted to make stuff for it, and Apple's just like, we forgot this existed. So it's good to know. It's good to see Elgato kind of picked up on that and ran off with it.
Cool. How many people have updated their Macs to Mac OS 26?
Not yet.
I have. I have.
I sort of had to.
Well, when you're on beta, that had to be a proper step. But there are a lot of bugs still in there.
Yeah, I can definitely say the computers that go to show site for the company are going to probably stay on Sequoia for a few more months.
Yeah.
Where's the .1 comes out of?
Yeah, it's usually the DaVinci audio software for me because that's like for whatever reason, DaVinci audio software takes forever to update to the next version. It's always the audio guys.
Remember I was having problems with mine. I finally took it over to Apple, and because when I loaded not the public beta, but the regular release,
The release candidate.
it had a problem. So I took it over, it wouldn't boot. So I took it over, get it over to Apple, and what happened?
Are you talking in your studio?
Yeah, I took it over to Apple, and it just worked perfectly. And I'm like, oh,
Yeah,
wow.
that's like going to the car.
Okay, so then she went in and she deleted all of my startups. She took in all of the cache. She got rid of every freaking thing on there. And the person at Apple, the Genius Bar person. And so then I took it home and it came up and no problem. So now I've got it working. And I just want to tell people that one of the interesting things I really like about it, probably doesn't have nothing to do with anybody else, but I love one of the options of Apple is that they allow you to screen your telephone calls on your iPhone. But it also allows you to do any of that on your Mac. So you have a phone app on your Mac, and you can do everything you can do on your phone there, you can do. So I like that. The other thing, so there's a lot of features that I like color coding because I get my wife now to use iCloud, and one of the things that I do is we'll drop programs not programs, but documents over into iCloud, and I can color code them. So I say it's the blue one down at the bottom with a little ship on it. That's what I want you to look at, that directory. It got everything in there. So that's really nice. You can look at it. Now, the bad news is the first thing it got to me was on the toolbar. I used to do a right mouse click, and you can add and delete and put things on the toolbar. There ain't one of those on there. I'm like, okay, now we got a problem right off the bat. I can't even change the toolbar. So if you go to ChatGPT and ask what the heck do I do, it'll tell you that you need to go to the system program, you need to go to the toolbar, and there's a whole list of things that you can put on that toolbar, and you do it that way. So they move quite a few things around and change quite a few things, but that's true. Tim, I got a question for you. Were you at the last meeting for Maple Group?
Yes, for the default folder.
Yeah, the default folder X, right. I downloaded that.
Yeah, I've had it for some time.
I hate it.
Yeah, I don't use it as often as I thought I would.
Yeah,
I have had it for some time.
I wound up deleting that, and I wound up going back to something that I've used for a long time, and then I kind of got, used to it, but now it's back. And it's a thing called Pathfinder. Have you ever heard of that?
I've not.
Okay. How much time do we have?
All the time you want.
Okay. I am going
stop the
to
recording, and then we can just continue.
Okay, because I'm going to show them something.